Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Camarillo United Methodist Church on this beautiful but a little bit warm summer evening. We're so glad you joined us. I'm Christy Van Kiersbilk. I'm the director of Crescendo Music Camp, and I would like to welcome you to our Crescendo Music Camp concert. This week we had 60 kids with us on campus, singing and dancing and bringing their hearts out. We had a great time sharing our love of music with your kids, so thank you for sharing your wonderful kids with us this week. If they had even half as much fun as we are, I'll be very, very happy. We're going to kick off our concert this evening. I have my co-director, Miss Connie Halpern, here, and she's going to be helping us lead our Crescendo theme song. It seems like a good place to start, and this was written especially for us by my very talented husband, David. So, Crescendo kids, stand up and turn that way. And now we have the first group that'll be performing for you tonight is our brass group. They are in kindergarten and first grade, and this week they've been led by Miss Chris Garlington and Miss Pat Rockney. And the first thing they're going to do for you tonight is they're going to play their chimes, which is the class that they came to me for. We learned all about how to hold and play a chime. We learned about fast and slow, soft and loud. We worked on keeping a steady beat and playing a rhythm, and how to sing, not yell. Our theme for Crescendo Music Camp this year is We Are the World, and you'll notice that most of the songs we do tonight will tie into that theme. This group is going to be doing He's Got the Whole World in His Hands, which I'm sure all of you know and have sung a million times. The kids did add some of their own verses, though, so listen carefully and you see if you can hear what they decided were the most important things in the world. This is the brass with He's Got the Whole World in His Hands.
Stars.
Could you hear their verses? The moon and the stars, the whales and the sharks, and the unicorns and ponies was my favorite verse. All right, good job. And now the brass are going to be joined by the next group up, which is the Winds group. This is mostly first graders, and they were with Miss Deanna and Mr. Van this week. Together, these two groups are going to be doing their song that they learned with Miss Dory, who is our singing teacher this year. They're going to be doing, and I have to make sure I say it right, Funga Alafia. They have a much easier time with these African lyrics than I do. This is a song from West Africa, and it's a welcoming song. So they're going to be welcoming you with what, kids? Your heads, your mouths, voices, and your heart. So this is the winds and the brass welcoming you with Funga Alafia.
Funga Alafia. Funga Alafia. Funga Alafia. Funga Alafia. Funga Alafia. Ashe, ashe. Funga Alafia. Ashe, ashe. Funga Alafia.
And we're going to keep the winds and the brass with us for another song. I did want to introduce Mark Holmstrom, who is our accompanist this week. He was helping Miss Dory in the singing area. And next we have Miss Nyla Reynolds, who is our teacher for music enrichment. And in music enrichment, they also not only sang, but they learned rhythms, and they played boomwhackers and rhythm instruments. So they're going to be singing for you a song that they learned this week, which also has to do with being the world. This is Siyahamba, another African song. This one's from South Africa instead of West Africa. So they have some tricky lyrics again. This is Siyahamba.
Funga
right, that was excellent. Didn't you want to get up and dance? The brass are going to sit down. The winds are going to stay up here because they're going to do their chime song with me now. They're going to be doing Hooray for the World. No, This Pretty Planet. This Pretty Planet, which was written by Tom Chapin. You may not be familiar with Tom Chapin, but many of you might be familiar with Harry Chapin, his older brother, who wrote Cats in the Cradle and Taxi and all that. Tom is a pretty famous folk singer and children's artist, and he wrote this beautiful song about the planet. We did it in sign language last year, and we liked it so much that when we came up with this theme this year, it fit again. So we decided to learn it on chimes this time. Okay, this is the Winds group with This Pretty Planet. Short but sweet. We're going to do a quick personnel change because the winds are going to sit down and the strings are going to be joining us now for their chime number. And they are going to be doing Hooray for the World, which was written by Red Grammer. So the last one was written by the brother of someone you know. This one was written by the father of someone you know. How many of you know Andy Grammer? He's kind of a popular singer these days. This is his dad. His dad used to sing with the Limelighters and a couple other folk groups, and he also became kind of famous as a children's singer. And this is a really fun song that he wrote, Hooray for the World, and it has some fun lyrics in it too if you listen to what they're cheering for. This group is in the 2nd grade, and some of them were with us last year, and this group will be ready next year to move on to the PERK group. Yeah. Okay, we ready? All right, this is the strings group with Hooray for the World.
Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, it's a special place we got. Moderation and human race. The world's got buffaloes, the world's got bees. The world's got jellyfish swimming in the seas. Got beavers and bears, bats and bugs, miniature poodles and tiny old sloths. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, some special place we got. Mother Nature and the human race. We've got moms and dads, uncles and aunts, brothers and sisters, grandmas and grands. We've got neighbors next door, kids down the street. Everywhere we go, we've got new friends to meet. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, it's a special place we got. Mother Nature and the human race.
Nice job. Okay, they're going to stay with us, and they're going to be joined by the Perks group. The Perks, or the percussionists, we gave them a nickname, it's easier to say, are our 3rd through 6th graders. So they're going to join the strings for their song that they learned with Miss Dory, their song from singing class. And they're going to be doing, and I don't know how to say it. How do you say the name of this song? Dansi na kumba.
Dansi na kumimba.
And what does it mean? Do you know? Dance and sing, yes. This one is in Swahili, and it talks about the beginning. I love the lyrics of this song. It talks about the beginning of the world and when music was first invented, when they first had a beat. So, everybody ready? All right, we're going to keep with the strings and the perks. They're going to share their song from Music Enrichment now, the one they did with Miss Nyla. So they're going to be getting out some instruments to play with this one. And they're going to be doing Mother Nature's Son, which you may know by the Beatles, if you're a Beatles fan. It was a song they did. Recently, somebody told me that kids today don't like to sing. And I think this evening's program proves that wrong, because don't they look like they're having a fabulous time? And I have been amazed at what good singers they are. They're not yelling, they're singing the melody, and they're singing the high notes and low notes. So I'm going to go back and tell that person that he needed to be here tonight to see that kids love to sing. And now they're going to sing Mother Nature's Son.
Mother Nature's son.
job, everybody. Okay, now we're going to be getting ready for the dance portion of our evening. We're going to have our first group coming up to dance is the Perks. The Perks are going to stay up. We have a new dance teacher this year that I'd like to introduce to you. This is Miss Cristina Delgado. We panicked a bit when our dance teachers from last year couldn't come back. And Miss Connie contacted Kappa over on the corner, the Camarillo Academy for Performing Arts, which is very famous in Camarillo for producing wonderful dancers. And they introduced us to Christina, who has been dancing since she was very little and has lots of experience teaching dance. She's a student at University of Utah, and she's leaving to go back on Sunday, so we just barely got to squeeze this in. The first dance you're going to see is really good. It's called On Top of the World by Imagine Dragons. This is the Perks.
I've tried to cut these corners, try to take the easy way out. I kept on falling short of something. I could have gave up then, but then again I couldn't have, 'cause I've traveled all this way for something. I take it in but don't look down. 'Cause I'm on top of the world, eh? I'm on top of the world, eh? Been waiting on this for a while now. Pay my dues to the dirt. I've been waiting to smile, eh? Been holding it for a while, eh? Take you with me if I can. Been dreaming of this since a child. I'm on top of the world. 'Cause I'm on top of the world, eh? I'm on top of the world, eh? Been waiting on this for a while now. Paying my dues to the dirt. I've been waiting to smile, eh? Been holding it for a while, eh? Take you with me if I can. Been dreaming of this since a child.
Brass. The brass are coming up. If I could read that would help. All right, I'm sure you'll all know this song, Lean on Me, covered by the cast from Glee. While we're waiting for them to get set up, I did want to introduce you to one more person. Gayleen McPherson was here acting as Connie's assistant this week. So she took care of a lot of administrative stuff, but she also took all the fabulous pictures you saw. Did you see the slideshow at the beginning with all the kids? So Gayleen's been going around all week taking these great pictures, so thanks to Gayleen for that. And just so you know, this concert is being recorded and it will be on our YouTube channel. Camarillo UMC has a YouTube channel, so if you just check for us online, you'll be able to watch this as many times as you want. Another fun thing we had this week, there were some pictures of it in the slideshow, but at noon we had what we called our musical spotlight, where we had musicians from the community come in and teach the kids about their instrument and play for them. So on Monday we had Joel Mankey come with, I think, 12 marimbas, and he taught them all about where the marimbas came from and how you play them, and the kids got to come up and do a song with him because he had brought about a dozen of them for them to play. So that was very fun. And then we saw someone play the French horn on Tuesday, right? Jennifer Carmichael came and taught us about the French horn, and she played songs from Disney because she used to work at Disneyland. And I'll tell you about the last one after they're done because they're ready to go. This is Lean on Me.
Times in our lives, we all have pain. We all have sorrow, but if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on.
you'll understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Lean on me. When you're not strong, I'll be your friend. And I'll help you carry on. It won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Just lean on me, brother. When you need a hand, we all need somebody to lean on.
The Winds learned Waiting on the World to Change by John Mayer as their dance with Miss Christina. And while they're getting set up, I'll tell you about the third concert we had this week. On Wednesday, we had the Moraga family come and join us. And Stella is in the strings group, I believe. And it's her family. There you are. She usually sits back over there. So Stella's mom, Paula, plays a violin. Her Aunt Giovanna plays cello. And her grandpa, Jorge, plays the viola professionally. And they came in and they taught us about stringed instruments. Grandma, Cherie, was the music educator, and she took us through all the instruments of the orchestra, and they played, 4 or 5 different songs for us of all different styles. It was great. So thank you to our musical spotlight guests that came in and taught us. All right, this is Waiting for the World to Change.
There's no way we ever could. Now we see everything that's going wrong.
dancers. Okay, now I'm going to direct your attention over on this side of the sanctuary.
And I'd like to introduce the Perks, who are going to be playing real handbells tonight. So you have to be in at least third grade to do this. Our insurance company won't let me put handbells in the hands of a kindergartner, unfortunately. We talked a lot about how these are real music instruments and they're very expensive, so this group was entrusted to play the real handbells. So there's a jump from the last groups you saw where they played chimes. With the chimes, they sang the melody and the harmony was on a songboard, a color-coded songboard, so they played the harmony on their chimes. Now, this choir is going to be doing the melody and the harmony. They're reading real music and playing real English handbells. So, and in 5 days. In 5 days they did this. I'm really very proud of them. And we're going to be doing holy, holy, holy. And I looked up holy in the dictionary before I came. And it says, in addition to other meanings, it means blessed. And I thought that that fit our theme perfectly. How blessed we are to have this planet, how blessed we are to have each other on this planet. And this is holy, holy, holy. Nice job, Perks. Okay, now we have another dance for you. This is the Strings group, and they're going to be doing Seasons of Love. Do you guys know this song from Rent? I love this song. 524,600 minutes. How do you measure a year in the life? I think this fits our theme beautifully.
525,600 minutes, 525,000 moments, oh dear. 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year? In daylights, in sunsets, in midnights, in cups of coffee, in inches, in miles, and laughter and strife. In 525,600 minutes, how do you measure a year in the life? How about love? How about love? How about love? Measuring love. Seasons of love. Seasons of love.
And now to end our concert, woo, isn't this a good-looking group? To end our concert, we'd like to do our theme for this year, which is We Are the World. I'm sure you all know this song. Came out 1985. USA for Africa, some of the most famous musicians in the world. 45 of the most famous musicians in the world got together in one recording studio in one night, and overnight they recorded this song. And they said the hardest part about it was they had a sign on the door that said, "Leave your egos here." Because they all had to, no matter what a big star they were, they had to just go with the flow. And Michael Jackson and Lionel Richie wrote this song. They said they wanted to be something simple and easy to remember, but profound. They wanted it to be an anthem for their generation, and I think they succeeded. It's still around 35 years later. Our kids have loved learning it, and they're going to be signing it for you in American Sign Language today. So Miss Connie is in the back, helping with the sign language. We have some of our helpers up here. And I did forget one thing, my thank yous. I'm going to do some quick thank yous, and then they're going to do their song. I'd like to thank all of our teachers who I introduced to you. They were fantastic. And our conductors that took our kids from group to group. I introduced most of them. I don't think I did Kathy and Susan, our conductors. We had our assistants, our teen assistants, Zach, me, and Aaron, who have been running around here like crazy. We had our, as I call her, our stack goddess, Lisa Katawaki, and her assistants, Peggy and Nedra. Lisa's right back there. And a special thank you to our media team. Mike Nelson has been here all week helping us. Don Howell is here. John Sherrick is here. Thank you so much for all they've done this week. And without further ado, this is We Are the World.
There comes a time when we hear a certain call, when the world must come together as one. There are people dying, and it's time to lend a hand to life, the greatest gift of all. We can go on pretending day by day that someone, somewhere will soon make a change.